Greetings everyone, it's me again, Ashcraft from Blood and Pictures, and one bad thing, I've accidentally crept up the recording because my program crashed, then the other program crashed, and then my screen decided to turn randomly off, and I lost all material. So I didn't save, luckily, so I can skip ahead until I don't have to skip anything for you guys. So I'll just click continue now, and what I wanted to say, what my mind tells me, I already said it, is I'm starting in the menu because the background changed as soon as I entered Alternia. Anyway, now let's continue. It's late in the night. I have lost my patience once. I don't have to do that again. Okay. Tetrachdimek says your really infrequent and unreliable Omniscuttle coach, which is a boss, a troll language, as I found out, schedule is symptomatic of an infrastructure engineered to prevent caste mobility. And since you nod while he says it, he hasn't explained what that means. Oh yeah. And in any other noteworthy thing is that this is, over there, is Damek's Hive, and this is where the light beams came out. The Hive has just launched a new carbonated hydration juice flavor, Clawgunk. You're required to buy whatever she's selling, or be called anyway, so you're not sure why she bothers advertising. Called means you get killed if you don't buy her stuff. Isn't that great? Anyway, only other thing is worth mentioning in this section is it's a nice swooping down and snatch up kids burning all the homes that are the drones. Kind of hard. Okay. I wanted to click the city. Outsklut, a subgroup of the greater STEM cluster of Thrash Thrust. Outsklut is where you grew up. So STEM cluster seems to be the word for big city, or like, yeah, city by the trolls. At least I think so. And then there's this package. It's a delivery from Scythian with the item you ordered quite a long time ago. You guess it arrived during all the confusion. Open. I feel like I have read that already 20 times. You open the package and inside is the Flarp Manual. This edition of Flarp is focused on spy games, intrigue and rebellion. Tetrachdimek modeled a lot of his underground resistance ideas after this system. So there I had a question that is how bound to reality is Flarp exactly? Because, sure, people die in Flarp, and nobody cares if Burgundy blood die, but where are the lines? And here is the music of Severus's room. So, let's look at the poster, which I already looked at. I just want to show you guys. You play Pusher, of course. Burgundies are ideally suited to this position because of their telekinetic powers and their ability to commune with the dead players. Also, Pusher is the most dangerous position and no one really cares if Rustbloods get killed. Yep, or Lowbloods. Look. Use these to practice your budding powers of telekinesis. You still aren't very good yet, but you sure showed those spoons who's boss. And I want to bend it, oops, with my ability, of course. Yes, that's right, practice makes almost adequate. That's the Burgundy way. Your mind flexes with the pulsing might of your phenomenal telekinetic powers, and you bend a tiny little silver spoon without even using your little grubby fingers. Big tough guy. Better bring this along, just in case you run into any bent soup. So, and there's like, he almost only knows forks and spoons, apparently. And you can't sleep right now because it's dangerous and drones are snatching up all kinds of people. And you're reminded of the weak tetrahedemic made you sleep on the floor as a training exercise. It was hard at first, and maybe he could have told you it was a training exercise beforehand, instead of just saying sleep on the floor until I tell you otherwise. But it really toughened you up. You can sleep anywhere now. The Tetrach is always making sure you're prepared for anything, which makes me think of what is about the nightmares that the High Bloods incurs on people. And well, because as far as I remember, that was the original reason why they sleep in the Rapuka raccoons anyway. So how's it playing in that, or is it just like, okay, yeah, not all of them get affected all the time because of whatever reason? I don't know. I would just like to know. Oops. Okay, it's your arena stickbot here. You play a pressure, blah blah blah. Yeah, and he basically has a lot of nice clothes and bought something for Damek, as far as I know. It takes forever for stuff to deliver to him because he's a low blood. No one cares about low bloods. That's the basic meaning of clicking these things to find that out, which is really awesomely made. To be honest, I just want to wrap it up as fast as I can, so I have more time for progress. It's your tablet. Use it for pretty much everything. Your autotune mic is plugged into it. The grubbles, if ya buck, we won't trouble to resist thrown fists while ya swift through the rubble. It's sort of hard to spit your quasi-revolutionary rhymes with any real fire while dressed in your butler uniforms, though. Damek says you're subversively transforming the rags of your oppression into the fatigue of the revolutionary through your jams, but you're kind of worried your performances will be drowned by sarcastic orders to polish silver. Yeah, true. Look, it's your tablet. Okay. Wait. Pretty much competent needs. Perfect device for a kid on the go. Except you spend most of your time at home, so it usually just stays here, right here in your room. Unfortunately, a kid on the go is probably exactly what you are right now. You really should grab it. Besides, your mic is plugged into it, and you're sure not leaving that behind. Okay, pick that stuff up. You gather your tablet and mic with one practiced motion. They're attached, so the motion probably didn't require as much practice as you might think. You then proceed to have this conversation again from the other side. It's all news to Xavros, but it'd be a little dull to read the whole thing over again. So that's the moment where he first has contact with... Come on, Joey. Let's pick up where we left off. Do you want me to say more alien things? No, I mean, I have no way to verify if those are true or not. Oh yeah, right, we left off where where Joey took the picture of herself. So, from here on, everything's new for me. Send me a picture of you. I don't have any photos with me. I'm trapped in the monster, Tetris tablets, Pixis, we have that. Transmit, still don't get the X there. Okay, no, doesn't make sense for me. Okay, what's kind of a weird ass Xerox? But I'll give it a shot, here goes. Okay then. Oh yeah, you're definitely an alien. Or you have some strange collection of grotesque physical and mental diseases. Either way, you need my help. Okay, that much is definitely true. I'm pretty sure I heard the monster scratching at the door. He's probably hungry. Anyway, man, if you're an alien, we've got to get you out of here. The Hive hates aliens. The what? The Hive. Well, she's awful and controls everything, basically. I mean, I doubt she's ever met one. But to hear her talk, she hates aliens as much as she hates lowbloods. Which I guess you also are. You're practically a member of the Resistance already. I'm not sure whether... I'm not sure whether to be really confused or really concerned about you. Do you need help? One time, when things got really bad with my brother, my babysitter took him to the doctor and it seemed to help. What's a brother? What's a babysitter? What's a doctor? Oh, poor trolls. Somehow. What's a brother? What's a brother? Wow, you are so lucky. I really don't know. Okay, I'm definitely concerned. Being concerned is what friends do for each other. I've never had anyone but Tetrasdemic to be concerned about me before. Oh jeez. I bet the other Tetras will be extremely excited to hear there's an alien helping us now. Sure. But I'm sort of pretty focused on not being killed by the monster in the other room at the moment. That's kind of my main deal right now. I don't really have a lot of time for anything else. Right, yeah, of course. I'll help you. And the Tetraf too, because, well, I think, okay, I hope this is also helping him somehow. Which reminds me, we really shouldn't be talking like this. Like what? Tetrasdemic says we always have to assume that our communications are being monitored. Okay. And this is exactly the kind of conversation I shouldn't be having. Oh man, I better hurry up and get over there. On my way now. Please don't message me anymore. It's dangerous. We're in person, I mean. He's so pure. I want to hug him. He's such a pure, innocent dork. You'll never forget the season your arena stickball team took 3rd place in the Outdoor Drop League. But just in case you do, this futureless white orb is here to remind you. Futureless white orb. Does it has any green spacey powers? Well, probably not, but you get what I mean. Okay, that's just this. Okay. Then I guess there's nothing else. Okay. Arena Stickball has always been the only time you really feel like yourself. When you're not out on the velvet, you're brawler defending you against the opposing prowlers and zappers, and you guess thinking about it too much makes you a little sad now. Renesis. Looking at the dozer always helps you to get to sleep, and looking at the snow globe always makes you nervous. You know it's not a real one, but still. Okay, why did the snow globe at all? Oh, this is... Okay, this is new. For me. White gloves, show polish, training silverware. Everything an involuntarily aspiring bubbler needs. Read. You've already tidied your butler training materials. Even the ones you used to tidy the other ones. Okay then. Then go outside. Oh. That's a pretty hive you have there. Is that his losers? That's so adorable. Haha, he was always giving you leaves to eat. You would munch on them for his benefit mostly. Come to think of it though, you have always been pretty strong. Could those bitter leaves you gnawed on as a regular have something to do with that? Oh, okay. When you were just a little wiggler, curling up with your losers made you feel safe when the world seemed scary, which was often. Geez, come to think of it, the two of you haven't played on the tree in a long time. Maybe that's why he's been so lazy. Well, at least it looks like the two of you will both be getting some exercise in the immediate future. Okay. What? There's a lot of what going on. You kind of wish you could live somewhere with more trees, and maybe then you'd be less asleep always. Like most things in your life, though, you didn't really have much say in the matter. Tetrademic had you act out scenes from some of your favorite action movies, which just happen to be his favorite action movies too. You're lucky to have a Moirel who really pushes you. So they're Moirels, definitely now. This is from the 12th Perigees Eve, when Demic gave you the auto-tune mic he made. Wow. This was his way of letting you know he'd started a band and that you were the singer. And also that your voice could use a little help. Okay. You still can't believe they got a shot of you at the exact moment you clobbered the clover. What a lucky break. So much world building. Oh, my nerd senses are tingling from excitement. It's just your faithful old Scourdray, which you haven't bothered draining recently. Inside of it, greasy fluid and floor-filled coalesced to make purgant grey sludge. Ew. Really much ew. The Tetra plays lead drums when you guys perform. You didn't know that lead drums were a thing until Demic told you he was playing them. And that you were in a band with him. Interesting. In contrast to Tetrademic's percussive machismo, your stage persona is more skittish, as if you're vaguely terrified of the implications of your own pseudo-revolutionary rhymes. Interesting. Which is not far off the mark, as one of the implications could be your execution. Yeah. This was a great night. Demic insisted you have half the flavor disc. Your losers took this picture, a delightful trick he has never repeated. Interesting. Interesting. So, flavor disc is their pizza. Okay. You guys have a lot of fun in the studio, as evidenced by this candid selfie Tetrademic told you to take. Look at you, so carefree. You wish you were gearing up to play right now. You were so excited to show him that branch he ate all the leaves on one very slow bite. And you were left with a pretty decent Hive-made cubet. Interesting. The first cubet you ever had, actually. Oh, yeah, the thing you use for that. Okay then. Let's... Ooh. I know what that is for. You think you should find something to protect yourself with before descending into the violent unknown of your own Hive. Preferably a weapon you know well. So I don't use my powers for that. Then, open this. Oh my goodness. This is a man hive. This is clearly a man hive. And even though I'm not even downstairs, I'm sorry that I have to end the episode here, but the next episode was up 20 or something minutes ago. Well, exactly the moment this episode will go up, so just check it out. The link is either somewhere on the screen or in the description below, if you can find it on the screen. Anyway, I sincerely love all of you guys, and we will see each other in the next episode, just a few seconds ahead.